Good morning, everyone. Psalms 100 says, this is what Psalms 100 says. It says, shout for joy to the Lord, O all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name, for the Lord is good and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. Praise the Lord. Isn't it good to actually be in a season of thanksgiving? Because that is what the Lord calls on us to actually be, always be. It's not seasonal, but now this is a special time that we set apart time to give God thanks for what he has done, for what he hasn't done, and for who he is actually. Basically giving God thanks for who he is. Welcome to day 2 of Thanksgiving, and I believe that all is well wherever you are, and we are thankful from our hearts and giving God all the glory. Now, this morning, I'd like to reinforce what we read yesterday in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 7. And we're going to go to from verse 3. We want to talk about the 4 lepers. Now, the 4 lepers were found in a situation where actually hunger was eating them up. And these are people who were actually feeding on the scraps or on the leftovers that were being thrown outside the city walls because they were actually outcasts because of their conditions. Now, times and seasons can make us outcasts or can actually condition us into certain situations that we may feel not fitting in the society, like the 4 lepers. These are people who, at the end of the day, the scraps and the leftovers that they were depending on, even the rich, even the people who actually could make it, now were scrambling for the leftovers. So they decided that now let us go into the Philistine camp, because if we stay here, either way we are going to die. So let us move forward. And that is the mandate for the season. Let us move forward with thanksgiving, because situation has put us in a corner and in a situation that even those who help us, even what we depend on, has been dried up. So we need to move forward, and our key is thanksgiving. If you look at the book of Psalms 100, it says that enter his gates with thanksgiving in your heart. Enter his gates with thanksgiving in your heart, and enter his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. So it doesn't matter what your condition is at the moment. The command is enter his gates with thanksgiving in your heart, because this is the key that unlocks the gates of the courts of heaven. Praise the Lord. So once we are in the courts of heaven, then we can proceed to give praises and be able to actually table our matters before God. Thanksgiving unlocks a door, unlocks gates, unlocks the heart of God, and melts every mountain and every iron bars. We see, like for the case of the 4 lepers, their footsteps were magnified in the enemy's camp. So in this case, our thanksgiving will magnify, our voices will magnify the glory of God in the face of our problems, and our problems will have to flee. Now, somebody could be asking, how do I give thanks? And today I woke up beaten up. I feel so low. I don't know what to do. Let's go to Isaiah 61 verse 3. What does the book of Isaiah 61 verse 3 say? Let's just move forward quickly to the book of Isaiah 61 verse 3. He says, this is the word of the Lord. He says, in Isaiah 61 verse 3, he says, it says, and provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow to them a crown of beauty instead of ashes. That is the promise of God. The oil of gladness instead of mourning. And what? A garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Some versions say a spirit of heaviness. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. Praise the Lord. So today We may have woken up feeling heavy-hearted, feeling like we really don't feel like saying this thank you. But what the Bible, what God, the Spirit of God is commanding us to do is that we say thank you even when we don't feel like it, even if it is in small whispers. Look at the case of the 4 lepers. They were making steps, and these people were people who didn't even have toes. Leprosy had eaten all their limbs. But look at the way their footsteps were magnified to the enemy's camp. So it doesn't matter whether you're saying thank you in a low voice, whether you're saying thank you feeling beaten up, but as long as it is from the heart, as long as it is with a broken and a contrite spirit, then the Lord will magnify. It is for the Lord to magnify your thanksgiving and also to open up